Hey everybody, Mac to Monster, back with Marvel Heroes. And this time we got Invisible Woman on the chopping block, and we got our quality of life review going on. And they did, it's not really a quality of life according to them, it's just an update where they merged a few skills. And they did it pretty good. I mean, we didn't even get a respec out of it, which is what it is, I guess. I think we should have gotten a respec out of it. They changed some skills around, they added this one, Suffocate. And they merged a couple of passives together. And all around, it doesn't quite play the same, but she can play better. So to get right to the point, I got a new build for her, Lady Liberator. And it's going to be 20 points into Suffocate. That's going to give us some damage over time. And it's going to give us a nice little stun. It's going to be 20 points into Storm of Spheres. Now that we're going to have two storms out, it's going to give us some good damage over time and control. This is snaring them at 47.6% movement speed, and it lasts 5 seconds after the enemy leaves the area. It makes them vulnerable to take 10% extra damage. It lasts 8 seconds. So this is just a good skill now all around. We're going to do 20 points into the Crusher. The Crusher has changed. It's got a 12-second duration. Summons all 3 Crushers at the same time, and it does damage twice per second. Why it says for 2.9 seconds, I don't know. It's just a massive amount of damage these things do out, and it can be used once every 30 seconds. So you got to be kind of, frugal with it. 20 points into Visible Combat. This is now damage rating, damage versus enemies not targeting you, critical hit chance, and plus 10% damage for 10 seconds when you spend focus. So focus you build up over time. And there is a few skills that burn off focus. 20 points into Personal Force Field. This is a stealth toggle. Passive effect, block chance 12%, defense rating, projectile defense rating, all of them, a lot of it too. Health on hit. When you spend focus, create a force field that absorbs damage equal to 11.6% of your maximum health within the next 10 seconds. And this is just crazy. Automatically become invisible for 3 seconds when you drop below 30% health. And when you spend focus, you and your allies gain toughness. So it's just crazy. And while toggle it on, when out of combat, you become stealthed. So how we're going to spend focus? Secret Orbs. They spend 1 focus and they do damage, and now they're ranged AoE. So they do damage per projectile. They fire 10 projectiles, and when you fire them off, they restore 58 spirit as well. It's just crazy. Then we're going to do 20 points into Crushing Force. This gets 50% bonus damage to anything that's affected by Storm of Spheres, which affects things for 5 seconds after they leave the area of Storm of Spheres. So you want to hit stuff with Storm of Spheres, you want to suffocate them, and you want to wail on them with Crushing Force. All the while you fire off Secret Orbs, so you get your bonus damage, you get your toughness, and you get your spirit. She's kind of combo crazy. There's a lot of combinations in her skills that are going on. And then finally, I put the rest of her points, the 10 points remaining, 1 point into Levitating Discs, and then the remaining 10 points into her signature. What? Just 10 points into her signature? Are you crazy? Of course I'm crazy. This signature is a crazy signature. It lasts for 8 seconds. If you hit it, you get 4 stacks of a damage buff. So you can hit the button another 4 times and blow off each stack and do damage. But for each stack you have, you gain 20% damage negation. So with all 4 stacks, you negate 80% of incoming damage. I usually turn it on and forget about it. And you get 1 explosion. The initial explosion, which is the big explosion anyways. So I'll hit it, I'll ignore 80% of incoming damage, and I'll just go to town with the other skills, and it works quite well, if you can believe it, or you don't. But I will show it. Now, I do have her full kit. We're going with Cosmic Control Rod, because she's all energy. We got the Dynamic Unstable Molecule Gloves. This has got damage rating to energy powers, critical damage rating, brutal damage rating, spirit, energy. When you spend focus, gain more damage rating versus enemies not targeting you. Critical hit rating to energy powers for 5 seconds. +4 ranks to crushing force. +5 ranks to all Invisible Woman's dynamic powers. So this is pretty awesome. Future Foundation bodysuit. 539 damage rating. That's just insane. 2,777 defense rating. That's just insane in itself too. She's all hooked up. When you or an ally drops below 90% health, shield that player, absorbing 2,355 damage on a 15-second cooldown. 1,808 health, 2 durability. You take 5.8 less damage from melee powers. 6% chance when you are attacked for you and your allies to gain 588 defense, 588 dodge, and 7.2 projectile deflection for 5 seconds on a 15-second cooldown. +1 to all powers, +1 to all ranged powers, +6 to invisible combat, +5 to invisible force field, or personal force field. This is just awesome. Malice's Cape. 1,360 defense rating, 384 damage rating to energy powers, 343 brutal strike chance, 909 brutal damage, 1,250 health, 13.8 power duration, 71 spirit, +1 fighting, 377 physical damage to attacker when you're hit, 3% chance when you're attacked to deal 175 energy damage and weaken all enemies around you for 5 seconds, +2 to all powers, +4 to quantum compression, +3 to the crusher. I mean, it's just great. Earth 1610 boots, 1,600 defense, 1,800 health, 452 damage rating versus enemies not targeting you, 327 crit strike rating, 213 brutal strike rating, rare item find, special item find. 17% chance when you hit with an energy power that you and your allies gain 14.3% movement speed and 7.2 attack speed for 10 seconds. 3 ranks to all Invisible Woman's static force powers, +1 to Seeker Orbs, +4 to all Invisible Woman's invisibility powers. I mean, her gear is sick. Johnny's Flames. 1,300 defense rating, 310 crit rating, 1,172 critical damage rating, -10% spirit cost, +1 energy, 1,000 health, 4% chance to unleash Fiery Inferno on enemies, dealing 20,000 energy damage over 5 seconds. When you critically hit with an energy power, gain 82 range damage rating for 6 seconds, stacking 3 times. +3 to all Invisible Woman's static force powers. +1 to suffocate, +3 to all Invisible Woman's invisibility powers, +4 to storm of spheres. I mean, her kit is probably one of the best, at least on her gear. I mean, all that's just insane. I gave her Relic of Lemuria. I mean, you can give her whatever relics you want. I just run out of relics. I gave her an Advanced Phoenix Feather. It's got energy damage rating, movement speed. I gave her a Magneto Was Right t-shirt. It's got critical hit rating, damage rating, and range powers. All these are ranged. Well, that's area. Ranged. Area also works very well. It also has brutal strike chance on it too. It's very nice. I gave her a Dr. Octopus medallion because everything is area. It's got critical hit chance to area attacks, power radius, and then 252 damage rating, +2 to all powers, obviously. The Hand of Nimrod gives you spirit on hit, damage rating to range powers, attack speed, very nice. And energy, 383 energy damage rating, danger AI chip. These are pretty fun. And to make her very, very tough. I got health on a 3-to-1 core, regenerate 25% health and 100 spirit on medkit use core. It's only level 47. That's all it has to be. Probably should upgrade it, but I don't have to. Insignia Frankie Ray. This is actually a pretty good one, even though it's only 44. It's got brutal strike rating, damage rating to area powers, and then Frankie Ray has a chance to deal 3,800 energy damage. And then when you hit with an energy power unit, teammates gain 104 range damage and 255 or 25 critical damage rating and brutal strike rating damage rating for 8 seconds. This is Herbie. This is actually not too good for her, but I'm leveling up Cosmic side of it, so Herbie goes on. Got a Cosmic Ring. It's got dodge rating, critical damage rating, damage rating to range powers, and damage rating to area powers. So this is actually pretty good for her. And then I'm using Fire Barrage on a 200 energy damage Uru. Because she's so defensive already, I went offensive. And she's got so much spirit to go. It's just crazy. So we'll go take out Cosmic Dr. Octopus, and we'll do so fairly easy. The only thing you have to remember to do is turn on your invisible combat. Not that it matters too much, but you might as well have it on. It was pretty easy to suffocate them, storm them. If anything, I'm forgetting to fire off the spheres. There's the crushers. Still need 20 more. And of course, I just had Fire Barrage from before. River of the Soul will probably even make this better, because you can see it does burn spirit out, so you have to burn your focus out to keep the spirit up. If you don't like that, if you went River of the Soul, it would stay up even better. And you crush the boss. It's pretty easy. The only reason I got hurt is because I sat in there for that mortar a little too long. 2 of them. And those mortars will mess you up. But that's the Lady Liberator. And I tried a couple other ways to play, but this one seemed to be the way to go. If you don't like the Fire Barrage, you can always go with River of the Soul, and you'll have, you know, spirit to go forever. Like I said, I just happened to have Fire Barrage on her, so I kept it because I could. And River of the Soul definitely will keep it going and make it easier. If you go with Fire Barrage, just remember you got to fire off those secret orbs. And what I tend to do is I'll tend to burn them off and stay at around 2. And when I hit 2, when I start building into 3, I'll fire it off again. So I'm always building up to 2 into 3. You know, trying to burn it off that way. But that's about it. So, hope it helps. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to everybody real soon.